He will in the double retraction episode.
Retraction.
Right.
It retractception.
There's two things I really wanted to talk about this evening.
Okay.
There's the theory about the guy in the cloak in the Rogue One trailer, and there's the content of Rey's vision in The Force Awakens.
Yes.
There's a couple of other things that I need to talk about that tie into those. So what should we do? Should we do those bits now and then circle back to some of these news points if we get the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, does that sound good?
Yep.
Yep, sounds awesome.
Okay, so I cooked up a little theory this week about the character we see in the trailer for Rogue One, who walks into that darkened room with the two Royal Guard.
Yes.
And I'm going to tear through this so as not to burn up too much time on it and then get your guys' input on it. I suspect that character we're seeing is a Sith Inquisitor.
Okay.
Now, it's a concept that's been introduced in Rebels.
Yep.
Which are Force wielders or Force-sensitive, lightsaber-wielding, non-Sith, non-Jedi, kind of like Asajj Ventress.
Yes.
Now, that image that we saw, which I'm currently not looking at, but we saw like a Bacta tank on a little plinth, looked like a little stage.
Yes.
And then a couple of Royal Guard, left and right. And then we see this character enter the room cloaked and
then kneeling down.
Drop into like a kneel position. I suspect that's the Inquisitor.
Okay.
Anakin is out of the armour and in that Bacta tank trying to heal himself, which is why he's flanked by Royal Guards.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
I like that.
He's vulnerable, and the one person he needs to be protected from is the ambitious apprentice.
Yeah.
And I suspect that is Mads Mikkelsen's character, even though it's being strongly rumoured at the moment that he plays an engineer that designed the Death Star, and he may or may not be Jin's father. There's a lot, I do cover it in the article I put up on the site on Monday, but there's a lot to suggest that Jin, having been on her own from 15, may be an orphan and not be her father. And even if it is, why would she be motivated to go after him after all those years? I don't know.
Yeah, that would fit thematically as well. I mean, you see a lot of times people get kind of drawn into groups in films having previously been orphans, and they kind of find a sense of belonging in a new group.
Well, it's
with
with
a purpose
in all the trilogies. So in all the Star Wars trilogies so far, isn't it? Even though we're only one film into this one.
It's very much a Star Wars kind of,
theme.
Tropes the wrong word, but a kind of a common theme, a common thread that kind of binds them all together is one of these kind of, somebody who's previously had no direction being given a purpose by joining up with some kind of similar charactered individuals.
Yeah. Now, with regard to Mads Mikkelsen playing this role, he some time ago when he was first attached to the project, he started signing autographs as Galen.
Yes,
he'd sign posters and things as Galen, and that indicates to me the character in the expanded universe in the Force Unleashed games.
Yes,
called Galen
Starkiller.
Yeah, his actual name is Galen Marek, and he went by the name of Starkiller.
That's right. Sorry, yes, you're right.
He was portrayed by Sam Witwer in the games, and he was Vader's apprentice, essentially. Steve, that's the game where the guy's pulling the Star Destroyer down.
Down. Yeah.
It's a good game.
So I think this figure we're seeing in this image might be Mads Mikkelsen playing a retconned version of the Galen Marek character. And
as unlikely as it feels, because I think the video games tend to be stuff they don't tend to bring back into proper canon, with exceptions. Because, I mean, they brought Kyle Katarn in from the video games, and they brought in, obviously, all the sort of Sith Lords and stuff from Knights of the Old Republic. But I really like this thing. I have to say. I've reread the article while we've been talking, because I did read it when it first went up, and it's all kind of gone straight out with the other side because I've got a shocking memory at the moment. So I had another read of it, and I tell you what, I love it. I really like this. Yeah, absolutely.
Sounds pretty
really
neat,
do.
Because if you think about it in terms of the importance, there is a need for a character like that in this movie, because the good guys need someone to defeat, and we can't have Vader punked 2 films in a row. So
no, that's true.
Vader needs to be failed by one of his own, and Galen needs to die at the hands of the rebels. But Vader can't have a failure here and then go into episode 4 and have another failure, because it starts to undermine that character.
He's like the worst temp in the world.
Yeah.
I'll just work Saturdays.
And it also sows a nice seed that Galen would be proto-Luke for Vader. If Vader's trying to, if he's using that Bacta tank to try and get Anakin back to full strength, Galen might be an opportunity for him to challenge the Emperor for dominance and become the Sith Master, and then fully indoctrinate Galen as his Sith apprentice.
Yeah, that bit of the theory, I don't see it. I don't know. Maybe it's possible, but that one I see less likely to happen.
Well, it happens in Empire.
What's that? Sorry.
That.
Trying to. Yes, of course he does.
Vader
yes, you're
deciding he's going to challenge Palpatine.
Yeah, that's true.
That happens in Empire, because that's what the bun fight is over Luke, and as soon as Luke's on the table, both of them are calling each other on their lies.
Yeah.
So it happens there. So it wouldn't surprise me if Vader had designs on that sort of move early on.
Maybe.
And he saw an Inquisitor as the way to do it.
Yeah. Now here's a question I have for you then, based on that theory. So if we assume that your theory is completely airtight and concrete, what then for Ben Mendelsohn's character?
Well, you've always got that that politician in there, as well as, like, it would be the Tarkin Vader style of thing, wouldn't it? So you'd have Ben Mendelsohn and Galen.
Yeah. And
I'm not quite sure. I haven't really formed a solid idea of what Mendelsohn's role is going to be. It's Grand.
He does seem very he does seem very hands-on, doesn't he?
Yeah, but I don't really know. I've heard sort of talks that he'll be from a different branch of the Empire,
ISB or whatever it is.
compared to what like Tarkin would be more of a politico.
Yeah,
and he will be more of a more of the military arm.
Yeah,
but I'm not.
It could
I'm
be.
Not really sure on what his role is going to be to the story.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the image of the Bacta tank. What we're assuming is the Bacta tank, and I think there's every reason to surmise that it is, because it does look. It's got the shape of the classic Empire one. I would be very interested to see if it turns out to contain Vader at that precise moment, and they've gone to sort of report into him. Is that the only time we're going to see him in the film, or indeed even the first time?
What, Vader?
Because it could be that we see him in a big battle, and this is, post-battle, or this might be prepping for a big battle, what he expects to be a big fight.
Yeah.
It's be interesting to see.
What I'm hearing is that we'll see a lot of a very aggressive Vader on the battlefield.
Yeah. Okay.
That is what I'm hearing at the moment. And I'm hearing that it's quite a significant role for the character. But there is something that... Are you familiar with Shadows of the Empire? That was that tie-in story. It was a book and a video game. Steve, you remember that?
Game and a comic book.
Yeah.
In there was a part of that. I'm pretty sure it's that story, because I didn't read much in the way of the expanded universe stuff. But there was something in that story which was about Anakin using the Force to repair himself. And this is before Episode 3, so we didn't really know the full extent of what had happened to him. But he was using the Force to repair himself. And he was thinking about Obi-Wan whilst he was doing it, so he got so enraged. And I absolutely love this. He got so enraged that it made him so strong in the dark side that he started to repair himself. Yeah. His lungs started to get better and his skin started to heal. And then the joy he felt from his success made the dark side go away, so it all undid itself. And he was caught in that horrible, almost like that Dante-like circle of...
What, did his injuries come back?
His injuries immediately came back because he lost the power that he was using in the dark side because he felt joy. So it was... and I love the idea
I don't know,
this,
I can't remember that. It may be in there.
I think it was that. I think it was in that story. Someone will tell us.
I'm sure.
But I love the idea that might be the Anakin that we see in Rogue One. Because I don't just want to see Vader. I want to see... I like the idea of Hayden Christensen coming back and earning back his stripes, you know? Because he's been given such a rough trot after Revenge of the Sith.
He really has.
And he's a good actor. He doesn't deserve that sort of feedback. So
agreed.
I loved him in Jumper.
Oh, it's brilliant.
I haven't seen Jumper.
I like Jumper. It's junk food, but it's good junk food, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I'm a big Taken fan. It's not like that's got any particularly massive cinematic genius behind the plot. It's just a switch your brain off and enjoy.
Does what it needs to do, doesn't it?
Yeah, and
it's
John
10
Wick
times
the same.
better than Taken 2 and 3 put together.
Oh yes, no argument there.
No, I would like to see Hayden come back, and even if it's just an extended cameo as Anakin, and we can see that he's trying to pull himself back. He's trying to get Anakin back.
Yeah,
but obviously he'll still want to use the dark side because he's never going to get rid of that. He'll want to be Anakin, but a powerful Sith Lord. This one little shot, I think, says all of that to me, but it might be what I'll go with it more than anything else.
Yeah, I'd happily go with it, and if it turned out to be true, it'd be bloody amazing,
wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
We've scored. We keep shooting so much. We've scored a few in the past, and who knows, this might be one of them.
Yeah. If you spray bullets, eventually you hit something.
Yeah, indeed. Hopefully I'm right here. There's a lot to be taken from that shot, but I think that all of that stuff pretty much holds up, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, the way to look at it is, even if we're proved completely 100% wrong, we'll still get a Star Wars movie out of it.
Oh, yeah, Christ, yeah. There are no loser here.
Exactly.
Steve, did you have anything you wanted to say about that image?
No, I mean, it's so ambiguous. I think it could be anything. I mean, it could even be Kylo, couldn't it?
It would be a bit. I know what you mean. It's like it's got the look of it. I mean, I think timeline-wise, it's all obviously all wrong.
It can't be Kylo Ren. It could be a Knight of Ren, but it wouldn't be Kylo Ren.
Why couldn't it be Kylo?
Because this is before episode 4.
Episode 4.
Oh, so sorry. Of course,
like
we're talking about Rogue.
Yeah.
Of course it is. I got my timeline ruined then.
Oh, you're thinking of episode 8, weren't you?
Yes, yeah. You were just talking about that, yeah. No, I see what you mean. Sorry
to put a bit of a robot chicken spin on this whole theory, right? But if you look at that image now, right?
Yeah.
That could be a hot tub. The Emperor could be in that hot tub, and Vader could be coming in with like a takeaway or something.
Yeah,
and he's just sitting there with like.
Well, they got to eat.
This like, it could be one of those ones like the where you got the Emperor on the end of the phone, and it's like, oh my god, he's crying.
Yeah, and I think if this character in the hood just moves a couple of steps to the left, you'll see Palpatine with his hood still up, and he's each arm around a Twi'lek, just inside that hot tub.
Vader, baby.
Yeah, that's the one. I like that theory better. Right.
Yeah, I like that too. I'll go with either, to be honest. Maybe that's for the sort of special edition Blu-ray.
That's it, yeah. That's it. Maybe they'll use branching technology to give us an option. We can choose which scene we want.
Yeah. Hot tub Palpatine. It's a second sequel to the John Cusack movie. It's
the most evocative picture, isn't it, that one?
Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
Very much so. Huge amounts of speculation possible.